Hey traders, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. In this video, we're going to talk about using the point of control or a that has not been touched, or another name for it is a virgin point of control or a VPOC, to look for potential trade setups in the future. So I'm actually going to go over and show you a couple of instances of kind of how these trades would have played out if you just kind of do the homework, draw them, and hopefully this video will help you find some trade ideas. And I will leave a link below to this chart in the description if you want to download it. It's a 90-day 30-minute chart. So let's jump right into this video. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go all the way back, right? I'm zooming all the way out. This is a 90-day, 30-minute chart, market profile, nothing else, right? It's, if you go into edit studies, it's just a regular market profile. I have the value area high and low at 70%, and then the point of control. So let's zoom in. Okay, and all I'm going to do is grab my price level, and this is how I personally will do my own homework to get levels for the following weeks, or next week, or the following weeks, and until they're essentially hit sometimes too, right? So right here we see price kind of open, we fall, point of control is right here. So what I'll do is I'll mark it off. And the reason I'm marking it off is because it has not been touched yet. The second day, and this is what makes it a virgin point of control, okay, or a VPOC, is when the day closes the following day. Okay, even on the following day, price could rise in and then retest that point of control. If it doesn't, it stays a VPOC, right? A virgin point of control until it happens, right? So right now I know, hey, right here, which is right around the 40, 42, 75 level is the VPOC, right? So next day goes sideways, right, to lower. Next day, sideways to lower, and then we gap lower here. Well, guess what? We now have another VPOC right here. So I try and get the line as close as the middle of the point of control as I can. And look at what happens. We go sideways, and then as we start to rally, where does it rally to? Well, guess what? It rallies directly right to the level, right? The point of control. If you want to help support my channel, get some trading education, and also get weekly S&P E-mini trade zone levels, support, and resistance, then you need to sign up with my $99 lifetime subscription, one-time payment of the S&P weekly trade zones, where you will get support and resistance levels, any open gaps and VPOCs, and you will also get a 7-hour video course of my top 5 trading strategies that I go over, that I use on a daily basis. Also, as a bonus, you will get over 30 free Thinkorswim custom indicators and charts, and you will get on a weekly basis every weekend Thinkorswim share chart, so you can upload the drawings directly to your charts. If you use another brokerage firm, here are all the levels that you'll be able to draw your own levels on. So make sure you check out daytradingfearless.com to sign up, or the link down below. Again, $99, but back to the video. So as price is rallying, if you're watching it, you're able to put a pending order in up at that level. So then you could see we actually close way up here. Here was the point of control, and look at what price does. Next morning, we gap lower and we open right at the point of control. I'm trying to show you how important the point of control could be. And it really is not a hard strategy. It's just understanding where to draw a level of where price could go back. So we go sideways. Right here, we have another VPOC, right? So I'm going to just put the level right. I'm trying to get it perfect. Real quick, you could see as we close here, right, the very next day, we actually touch the point of control right here on this big move lower. And so that's why there's no point of control drawn, because it's already been touched. Just like here, when we opened here, the very next day, it touched the point of control. Think of it as it's retesting a support or resistant level, right? And that's all we're looking for. So next day, we have a VPOC here. Price goes sideways next day, right? And then gaps lower. So we have another VPOC right at this level. Okay, so we're going to just leave it here. We close here. Here's our point of control. Next day, we open lower. We come up to the point of control. It's no longer valid. It's been touched. So we remove it. Lots of sideways action. Well, guess what? Here's another point of control. And we could just see these. And normally you want to do these either after the market's closed in the evening, or I like to do them when I wake up right before the market opens. I'll start to draw them, right? So we could see right here, price kind of rallies up. Okay. And then what happens right here? Look at this. Price comes right to it, comes up a little short, but we do get that reversal, right? Comes right up. So that has now been kind of fulfilled. Think of it that way. And price reverses. Could have had potential short order, maybe a discretionary couple point stop above the point of control, maybe a point below it to kind of make sure you get the fill. Not sometimes it'll come up short, sometimes it'll touch it exactly, sometimes it'll overshoot. So there are multiple things that it'll do sometimes. So then price has right here, we close. Well, guess what? We gap higher. Now, once it's been touched, we're going to take this, we're going to remove it. Okay. And we see as price gaps here, we now have another VPOC right here. So we're going to put one there. We could see price kind of rallied, open, and came right up into it. Now, these are 30-minute candles, so I don't know what the pullback was, if there was one. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But you could see here, went up, came back down, and so on. Well, guess what? The next day, we gap lower, so we would remove this. Next day, we gap lower, right? Right here, we open, and this is where our point of control would be. And what does price do? It comes directly to the point of control right here, and we could see a little pullback because we have a red candle. So we know that trade would have worked. Okay, so this would now be removed. And then what happens here? Remember, we drew this a couple days earlier, right? We had that point of control because we gapped higher. Well, guess what? Price comes down, kind of comes up a little short, okay, but we're still within that range right here, okay, and what does it do? It rallies, and then price kind of falls, right? But this is, normally we want to take the very first test. One of the rules that I have is if it comes within a couple points and then reverses, I miss the trade, and it's considered filled to me. So here's, again, this is a really good way to just kind of do it. I don't want to make this video too long, but we could see this is the current time frame. right? I'm filming this over the weekend, but right here, this is not a VPOC because we opened here. We could see we closed here on this candle. We opened, it's been filled, and then we rally. Now, do we gap higher or lower? Well, if we're higher or lower, I will draw and I will do one there. Okay. Any other open ones? Look at this one. This was open, right? But just to show you, we kind of gap lower, churn right around here. Here's a great trade. Could have made money off of, right? But these are just from all of this price action, everything is actually been touched. Look at this one, right? We actually had a VPOC here, right? We close way down here. Next day, rally, it's still open. Price opens, comes down, could have looked for a long, and then the bounce. And look at the bounce that we had. But right now, from all of this price action, the only clean one is right here. Everything else has actually been taken care of, so there are no VPOCs. So hopefully this video helps. Again, I'll leave a link down below in the description. But as always, thank you for watching my videos, and we'll talk to you soon.